Let's see what we got. Drake versus LeBron beef. Explain.
Dedicate $1 million to the I Promise School, and I'm gonna go drop it off myself before the school.
To the Kendrick pop-out show. Now, if they was beefing before that, then I'm getting tired of Drake with these fake-ass braids. You could tell these are the fake braids right here. This the one that's the man unit. You could tell.
Drake and LeBron have literally known each other for over 18 years, but despite calling themselves family, supporting each other through their superstar careers, the truth is, today Drake and LeBron James are arch enemies, and their past brotherhood has clearly been shattered. Once close enough to ink this tattoo right here of LeBron on his arm, not only has Drake had to get this covered up after everything that's went down, but in addition to changing lyrics now at his shows to diss LeBron, also came this bar aimed at the four-time champ.
I saw bro in the pop out with them, but been dick riding gang since headlines.
I saw bro at the pop out with them, but been dick riding since I did headlines? Oh, he's pissed.
Drake is in fact very pissed. However, what actually happened between Drake and LeBron? And who is to blame for the collapse of their relationship? While many like to point to LeBron's wife Savannah, seen here wearing a PG Lang t-shirt, the truth will likely surprise you. If you know anything about Drake outside of his music, his entire career, Drake has always had an odd obsession with the NBA and its stars, claiming to be loyal to his hometown Toronto Raptors. Over the past decade though, we have watched Drake bounce around and bandwagon onto whatever teams and players are doing the best, forming friendships with them in the process. However, none more close than LeBron James.
LeBron James!
But the gentleman that walked me the stage tonight is my brother. He goes by the name of LeBron James.
Your fake braids?
A lot of things that we talk about, I've been knowing Drake since 2007. So, and we've grown closer and closer every year. And I'm proud of who he is today. Not only as an artist, not only as a son, but as a father. And he's one of the biggest stars that we have on this planet right now. And it's just because of who he is and his hard work and dedication to his craft. So.
As LeBron said, he has known Drake since 2007. But about just as far back as the pair's friendship dates, also does LeBron's well-noted history of switching teams. From the Cavaliers to the Heat, and then back to the Cavs again, before then ditching Cleveland to join the Lakers. So with this being considered, was LeBron actually the one who switched up on Drake? And if so, did he have a good reason? Well, prior to caught on camera in this viral video, rapping Kendrick's Not Like Us diss at the top of his lungs, and then even supporting Drake's biggest op in person. First came an 18-year history of brotherhood between these two superstars.
I think one of the most pivotal moments for me in my career was when you showed up to the So Far Gone party in Toronto.
Drake, that you talking about, I just wanted to make you proud.
Prominent marriage between like sports and entertainment. Right. It was really big for us. And then from there, I mean, not to be like overly sentimental, but you've obviously just been we're brothers and we're friends, but you're one of the biggest inspirations, period, in life.
In what he would call, quote, one of the most pivotal moments of his career, LeBron James showing up to Drake's release party in 2009 would mark the beginning of the pair's friendship. And over the next few years, in addition to partying together in numerous clubs,
the young LeBron, looking just like his son, looking like Bronny.
Every chance he could, Drake made sure to catch LeBron's games when he was in town, always linking up for a courtside conversation. Including back in 2013, when LeBron took home his second championship with the Miami Heat, courtesy of Ray Allen's legendary Corner 3. However, despite attempting to celebrate with his friend in the locker room, Drake would instead infamously make headlines after this video getting denied.
No, this is media.
Drake getting
During his time in Miami, though, it was even reported that Drake would consistently send motivational text messages to LeBron before games, such as this one right before a playoff game versus the Bulls, which simply read, "Tonight is your night." What we have is real family, said LeBron back at the time, not knowing what lied ahead a few years later. And it's not just because we are successful at what we do. We really care about one another on a day-to-day basis. Again, for a while this was true. From spotted at more parties like this one, to more personal family-type gatherings, as well as Drake, who even attended one of LeBron's son Bronny's basketball games, pulling up with a double cup back when Bronny was still in high school. Seeing how close Drake and LeBron once were really makes you wonder, How did it all crash down so fast? But before we can dive into their ugly split, back in 2017, the duo's relationship expanded further than just friends. As their first business partnership together, arrived The Carter Effect, a documentary that dove into Vince Carter's impact on Canadian basketball after his career playing for the Raptors. And as we can see by the film's poster, it was produced by both LeBron James and Drake. But as the year of 2018 rolled around, so did another one of LeBron's insane accomplishments on the court.
LeBron, I'm honored to be a part of yet another historic night for you. 30,000 career points. And I always tell you, you're one of the most inspirational people in the studio to make the song that would go with the moment. So I'm excited to go to work tonight.
When the
Hey, Ross, can you make me sound like I just died, went to heaven in Japan, and some angels
then he had a haircut and then back at the fake breed.
LeBron James passed 30,000 career points with this shot right here. He was still on the Cavs. However, the 2018 NBA offseason also witnessed one of the biggest free agent moves of all time. But before LeBron could even step foot in Staples Center as a Laker, first came this iconic concert in LA by Drake, in which he brings out both Travis Scott as well as LeBron James for the first time in his new city.
LeBron, you too grown for this outfit. He dialed bad for this outfit. Nigga got a pink sweater wrapped around his waist with a blue, like, this is a horrible outfit.
This shaky fan-recorded video literally sits at over 30 million views. But then, to return the favor, in 2018, Drake would sit down with LeBron James and Maverick Carter as a guest on their HBO series called The Shop. And the one clip that really stood out was this one when they discussed Drake's beef at the time with Pusha T, and how Drake actually looked to LeBron for some advice.
Yeah, what'd I tell you?
What did you say to
What I tell you?
You said that I could never let you down.
I said, listen, as a hip-hop historian who loves hip-hop, I would love for you to respond.
Of course, we want to hear.
I did, by the way.
You're the greatest.
By the way, I did, by the way.
Yeah.
As a self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, despite saying in 2018 that Drake could never let LeBron down no matter what he does, as we're about to see though, today that can't be any further than the truth. But besides their other business ventures together, such as teaming up in 2019 to expand Uninterrupted, a multi-platform media company founded by LeBron and Maverick Carter, in 2022, Drake and LeBron were both listed as investors to buy a portion of the famous Italian soccer club AC Milan, as well as then executive producing another Canadian documentary together, this time about black hockey players. Yet 2022 wasn't finished. Before the year was over, to celebrate a big night of winning on roulette, 2022 also saw Drake donate $1 million in Bitcoin to the LeBron James Family Foundation.
I had an incredible night last night playing roulette on stake. That was my biggest hit ever. Zongo, you can roll the clip. There it is.
Yeah! Oh my God!
So yeah, as you can see, I was clearly excited. Anytime I get blessed like that, I always think it's good karma that needs to be transferred. So I play for fun, and I play in the hopes that I can spread love always. So tonight, I'm doing a dinner with my brother. He's the biggest athlete in the entire world. His name is LeBron James. We're doing a Lobos dinner tonight.
A year later in 2023, when LeBron incredibly shattered the NBA's all-time scoring record on this fadeaway, of course, Drake was yet again there to congratulate him.
LeBron, what a legendary night in NBA history. You're breaking the all-time scoring record. And to honor that, I had to come back to the place that it all started, Akron, Ohio. Every journey has its beginning. And tonight, I lied to you. I'm actually still at the club in Miami, but definitely all the girls say congrats, though, right, girls? Congrats, right? Congrats, brother. Sorry.
However, on the actual music side of things, aside from a few bars about LeBron, such as on Nonstop that he now regrets, we also can't forget one of the most classic hits of Drake's career, Forever, which, along with featuring Kanye, Lil Wayne, and Eminem, Forever was originally released as part of the soundtrack to LeBron James' More Than a Game back in 2009.
LeBron was still in diapers, going on 2 years old, from a Little Tikes basketball hoop. From then on, he had to have it at the highest height. and he was dunking on it.
More Than a Game is a documentary that tells the story of LeBron's journey as a star high school player in Akron, Ohio. But then, to even ink his love for the future GOAT, Drake would go as far as to get this tattoo of LeBron wearing his high school jersey on his left arm. Now, the mascot of LeBron's high school team being the Irish is also an important detail to remember in just a sec. But while some question why you would get another man tatted on you, this decision left no debating Drake's loyalty to LeBron. However, was that loyalty
on top of you let a man piss on your leg? I ain't gonna never forget that. Anytime I think about Drake, I'm gonna think about he let a man piss on his leg.
Shown back, considering the fact that Drake has now had to get his LeBron tattoo covered up on his arm, this time opting for a different NBA star, SGA of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Clearly, something very significant went down between the two. So, why do Drake and LeBron all of a sudden hate each other? The first major sign of speculation
we just went through 10 minutes of you saying bullshit
from fans came last year on April 1st, 2024. If you can remember, about a week before, Kendrick Lamar had shocked the entire world with his Like That verse. And not only would LeBron already have the lyrics memorized, but then he would be seen here in this viral clip during warm-ups versus the Nets, publicly rapping word for word.
I mean, you know, LeBron like good music though. You know, LeBron always rapping when the nigga got a good song.
There's no way he doesn't know this verse is a diss, right? Isn't he really tight friends with Drake? The top comment reads, seeing a longtime Drake stan like LeBron supporting a song dissing him was definitely strange. However, while this was nothing compared to what
I'm about to say, that was the beginning of the beef. Nigga ain't know how deep it was. Kendrick just responded, and plus, like I said, the song was hot. The beat was hot. The song was hot. The verse was tough. You couldn't hate on it if you wanted to.
LeBron did later. What made it even stranger, though,
you're not thinking about all the cameras that's on. You just rapping the verse because you like it.
Was when this tweet was sent out only 9 days later. Congrats Drizzy on a hell of a tour. Type LeBron with an owl emoji. But that wasn't all. Just 3 days later, LeBron would double down with another tweet, an owl followed by 7 fire emojis. Appearing to be in support of Drake, whose OVO logo we know is an owl, this led to, again, a great deal of confusion from fans. At a time when it felt like literally everyone was picking a side during 2024's hip-hop civil war, while it is true that LeBron James has also been a public fan of Kendrick Lamar as well, even playing a big influence.
You want me to beef with a nigga just because you beef with a nigga when he like both of the niggas?
And pushing Kendrick to drop his Untitled Unmastered project back in 2016.
You know, for me just locking in even more, got an opportunity, you know, to listen to some music, you know, last few days, and obviously, you know, good friend of mine, you know, Kendrick, you know, blessed me, you know, with that album that just dropped.
King.
That song ain't sound too hot. Real talk.
Excuse me, sir, how old were you when you made your first million?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice for the younger generation.
Drake seen some shit that
Kendrick, LeBron wrote in his old caption. In addition to some also speculating that LeBron playing for the Lakers and the West Coast might also have something to do with his recent actions. As a quote, good friend of his, LeBron and Kendrick's friendship also dates back over a decade. After first meeting here in 2012.
They're good. He's so good.
George, contain this out. I'm gonna take care of this out. Of course, man. Big time. Yes, sir.
Being two of the best at their respective crafts, LeBron and Kendrick Lamar have always been friends. However, not quite family though, like Drake. Or, as Drake implies now, not holding back, LeBron had been dick-riding him since he dropped headlines. But if you needed any more proof of their family ties, back in August of 2023, only about 1 month after Bronny James's scary cardiac arrest incident, Drake would walk out with both LeBron and Bronny at his sold-out show in LA, and then say this.
Drake's so fucking lame, bro.
It's my brother. He goes by the name of Lebron James. And in 2009, when nobody believed in anything I had going on, that same guy showed up to a release party for a mixtape that was called So Far Gone. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Reminiscing again on when LeBron came to his 2009 release party, and once more calling him his brother, nobody expected LeBron's next move. However, nobody also expected LeBron to get name-dropped in one of the diss tracks. But when Kendrick's 6-minute bomb, Meet the Grams, arrived last May, included was this bar, Hey LeBron, keep the family away. Continuing on to also mention Steph Curry too, who, we'll see in a sec, has remained loyal to Drake, unlike LeBron. Only days after last year's beef exploded though, then came this clip of LeBron in the club, singing and dancing to Not Like Us. I know that ain't who I think it is, reads this caption by academics. But while some still held out hope that LeBron was just simply vibing to the #1 song in the world, as the summer of 2024 rolled around though, any doubt of which side LeBron was on had totally been erased. When Kendrick Lamar held his pop-out concert last June in Inglewood, the last person we thought we'd see there was LeBron James. And not only was LeBron spotted on the floor, but again, he was singing and rapping every lyric. Passionately rapping all the disses about Drake and his OVO crew. This was also extra odd, considering LeBron's meme-filled history of not remembering song lyrics, and always butchering them in his funny stories. But the pop-out with Kendrick and his friends was by no means the first concert that LeBron had ever attended, nor was it his first Kendrick Lamar show. As we can see, he was spotted 3 years ago dancing literally up and down the stairs at Kendrick's Big Steppers tour back before any of the beef started. Clearly, LeBron has been a fan of Kendrick, but to go and sit right next to the stage at his pop-out event, which was held to basically dance on Drake's grave, was certainly a bold decision. But after seeing the pictures and videos of his former brother at the pop-out, Drake immediately unfollowed King James on Instagram. And not just LeBron, but also DeMar DeRozan, another NBA player who found himself weaved into the beef. Despite bonding very close with Drake during his years playing on the Raptors, DeMar DeRozan is from Compton, where Kendrick is from. Hence his bar and cameo in the Not Like Us video, "I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither," in reference to him now playing for the Sacramento Kings, back home in California. But unlike LeBron, during the actual concert, DeMar DeRozan would hop right up on center stage and make sure to be seen in front of everybody. Thus, this was enough grounds for Drake to unfollow DeRozan on social media, as well as then do this to his jersey at a recent concert. Once a Toronto legend, along with LeBron, Drake now also hates DeMar DeRozan, as made very evident when the Kings played their first game back versus the Raptors, and the two both had some words for each other.
The effort, the energy. Tonight's broadcast, Drake. The effort, the energy. Tonight's broadcast, Drake said, if you ever put up the Rosen banner up, I'll go up there and put it down myself. What's your reaction to that?
Well, you're gonna have a long way to climb to take it down, so tell him good luck.
I think it's safe to say that the Raptors will not be hanging a DeMar DeRozan jersey, at least if Drake has anything to do with it. However, this friendship though was just crumbs compared to the brotherhood he had formed with LeBron James, the 4-time league MVP. But how did LeBron and the entire James family go from doing Drake's 2C Slide dance challenge in 2020
Did it go right foot up, left foot
to now here in 2025, spamming Not Like Us every chance they get, including LeBron's wife, Savannah? In August of 2024, when Team USA Basketball took home the gold medal for a record-breaking 17th time, pictured here at the celebration ceremonies next to LeBron is his wife, Savannah James, who, if we zoom in a little closer, is actually wearing a PG Lang t-shirt. If you don't know, PG Lang is Kendrick Lamar's creative company and record label, and so seeing Savannah proudly repping this merch only sparked the rumors even more.
Savannah might just really love that shirt, and I don't speak about people's wives, but she might just really love that shirt brand and ain't paying what y'all do no mind. Maybe. Nah. But LeBron posing in the picture the way he did with her in the shirt tells me that he saw the Drake post of all the Olympians that was not LeBron. They've been going back and forth since this Not Like Us shit.
Now,
I was feeling like I was kind of going nowhere. And I remember I was scrolling through TikTok in my bed and I came across.
Now, the Drake post that Joe Budden is talking about was this one right here. Congrats to my brothers, at Jason Tatum, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant, reads this story after the gold medal game, posted by Drake's Finsta account. Obviously, Drake failed to include the one most popular name on the team, and the one who he was previously the closest with. And while he does also have tattoos of both Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, although much smaller than the one of LeBron, despite being advised by Kendrick as well to keep his family away, as two other NBA stars with multiple bars written about them, both Steph and KD have stood firm in their support of Drake since the beginning.
I knew you was really rocking with Drake when, during the Olympics, and then in the arena they're playing Not Like Us. And you were like, yo, this is not the only song in America, enough with this song.
Everywhere we went, that's all I heard. And the fact that they knew who I was with. So You can't do nothing about what the DJ's playing. But I was like, I said, I got to stick with it at a certain point.
LeBron once again had no shame showing his love for Kendrick, leaving us to theorize what happened behind the scenes. I just feel like Savannah is behind a lot of this, another fan comments. Considering her PG Lang merch and always right next to LeBron shouting "Not like us," a popular theory stems back to LeBron's wife.
Yo, the way LeBron acted is like, it's like he acting like Drake tried to, damn. Keep it real, right? Like, it's no way you were closer with Kendrick. Or even if you got two homies getting into it, you just like fall back. Like you wouldn't show up to dance to like the right? His side of the story got to be, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I went through Savannah's phone, I seen Drake number in there. Yo, Drake, why you texting my wife, gang? Like,
now again, this is only a rumor, but still goes to show how serious their problem must have been off camera. Along with talk too that maybe Drake helped LeBron cheat during one of their trips, as LeBron just continued to passionately rap more of Kendrick's music, such as here at his 40th birthday after GNX dropped. Dude's out in the first round, nothing left to do but dance, Drake joked in these leaked DMs about LeBron, who had been eliminated in the first round of the NBA playoffs by the Nuggets. Up to that point though, Drake had said nothing bad about LeBron to the public. However, 2025 changed everything. With the title Fighting Irish Freestyle in reference to LeBron's old high school St. Vincent St. Mary's in Ohio, to kick off the year, a new Drake freestyle surfaced via conductor Williams. And despite never name-dropping LeBron specifically, multiple bars such as "The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets," and "I was sadly mistaken, the loyalty wasn't a given," not to mention this line about trading watches, which LeBron has been seen wearing the exact same watch that Drake raps about. A lot of these lyrics are likely traced back to his old friend.
This shit was nothing but a LeBron diss track. What gave it away? The watches gave it away for me. Yeah. It was very specific.
All right, let me give y'all a scenario. You super tight with this right hand, bro. So tight that you get the nigga tattooed on your eye. Then you really start to get animosious with the nigga over there that y'all been had on and off problems with on some petty high school girl drama shit. That nigga says, "You're a P." And he tells your bro, who your right hand, bro, keep your kids away from him. And that nigga starts bumping that nigga over there who's talking shit music. I'll be tight as a bitch too. I would have been dropped the diss track. So I understand where Drake's coming from.
But while this was the first time that Drake had subliminally dissed LeBron, it definitely wouldn't be the last. Meanwhile, LeBron paid it no attention and just continued to support Drake's op. "He gonna kill that shit," LeBron typed on his story about Kendrick's Super Bowl show. "Can't wait," Bart Scott voice. By this point, Drake had had enough. And in addition to starting to change the lyrics at his concerts during his song Nonstop, now dissing LeBron rather than shouting him out, in July, Drake would release a new single, "What Did I Miss?", a reflective track that touches on betrayal and dishonesty, and of course, once again, more subtle shots at LeBron. Aside from vague lines such as "you switched on the guys and supported a hater," or basically the entire chorus about how the ones he used to think were his closest friends now hang around pussies who try him, it was this bar though, in particular, which stood out.
I saw bro in the pop out with them, but been dick riding gang since headlines.
Whoa, wait. I saw bro at the pop out with them, but been dick riding since I did headlines? Oh, he's pissed.
Once more, not calling him out specifically by name. As we learned earlier though, LeBron was indeed at the pop-out and has indeed been a fan since Drake's 2011 hit, Headlines. But how did LeBron respond? Well, by simply continuing to do what he has for the past year. This time in France next to his wife Savannah, and also Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos.
For the white people talking about they not like us.
LeBron rapping the song like it just came out. One fan jokes. But besides LeBron himself, dragged into this beef too is LeBron's son, Bronny. And when asked at practice back in the winter to pick between Drake or Kendrick, Bronny said this.
Drake or Kendrick?
Drake.
LeBron gonna trade his son for that answer. But it didn't stop there. When popular streamer Aiden Ross reacted to LeBron and Savannah rapping along to Not Like Us.
You know what's crazy about this, chat? As I love LeBron like my whole life, it's like you just see how much of like a piece of shit human he is, bro. Like, guys, imagine like your best friend for like 15 years and he's met his actual children and you're rapping to a song about him being a... Like, it's sad. And again, this is not my beef, but it's like I'm very close with Drake. And it's just sad, bro. It's sad.
Following this reaction and negative words about his father, then it was Bronny's turn to unfollow his former close friend, Aiden Ross, who he had linked up with for content multiple times in the past. "I'ma always choose being a real one over everything," reads this tweet by Future shared by Complex, which was then liked by King James. However, if we look a little closer at King James' new profile picture on Instagram, you will also notice that his other son, Bryce, is wearing an OVO hoodie. Having now flooded into their own families, while it's up to you whose side you're on, it's safe to say Drake and LeBron's friendship is officially over.
It's petty. Drake and his feelings, LeBron getting his feelings, now they both in their feelings, two grown men. I don't really care. If I'm missing something, put it in the comments, we'll talk about it.